Twitch! What is up? Happy Saturday to everyone. What is going on? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. The stream session I think is going to be really fun, and it's going to be very straightforward. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. And it's okay that I haven't done it because, I've been working on checklists, different, going through procedures in the Learjet in terms of like programming. We'll definitely checklist throughout the duration of a flight, checklist for all phases of the flight. But I've been really concentrating on just cockpit orientation, where the buttons and switches are, when to throw certain things, trying to, I've been looking at the quick reference handbook for the airplane, as well as the pilot training guide for the flight safety pilot training guide. Or no, it's not from Flight Safety, it's from Bombardier. Just getting familiar with the airplane. But then here I am, I believe now in a good spot. With a few flights under my belt. I am in a good spot, I think, to hand fly the airplane and have like a hand flying day, and really just over and over and over again. What I'm really tempted to do is fly laps in the pattern from startup to shutdown, just over and over and over again. Maybe start off with a few landings like without shutdown and startup. But I would like to kind of get in the flow of, what those memory items are for engine start and shutdown. So maybe what we can do is like, land, get off the runway, taxi back to the hold short lines, shut down, and then start up again, and then boom, ready for takeoff again. But at first, I want to get like a few laps in and just kind of get in the flow. So I'm really, really excited. Hold on one sec. Exterminatus, what is going on? Hello, hello. Dude, what is up? I'm just getting set up here, and then we'll get to it. Yeah, hand flying. I wanted an evening of hand flying for sure. And I actually have yet to hand fly this aircraft. I've kind of been avoiding it, not because it's challenging, but because I don't have faith in this sim to represent those feelings accurately. But I think after enough flying, I have I've flown it a few times now on the autopilot, and at the end of an instrument approach that these instrument approaches that I fly, I've been disengaging the autopilot in the last little bit, and have hand flown the final segment on those instrument approaches. Feels pretty real enough. So I'm gonna kind of do a lot of experimenting today. I'm pretty excited. Cool. All right, sweet. We got that. And pattern work means track IR, I'm pretty sure. I hate using track IR in this program. For some reason, it's very jittery. I think it's time for me to upgrade my track IR, to be honest with you. But actually, let me make sure that I'm current on my game updates. There you go. All right, cool. So there's that. And let's get it going, dude. I'm super, super pumped. And I thought that this would be a really good idea too, other than for the like it needs to happen. But also my tablet, I had a really awesome long cross country today with a student. And so my tablet is charging. So now let's go back down to, like, I don't know, maybe Long Beach. Cold and dark. And there's the Lear 45. Such a good looking airplane, man, this thing right here. For real. Alright. So let's get to it, dude. And then I believe my checklist is good to go right there. There it is. See, go around. So this is, yeah, before starting engines checklist. Okay, cool. How's this doing? Very good. All right. All right, cool. That'll work. That will work. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of those. Familiar cockpit right there for sure. Flaps. We got gear. Okie dokie. And this is Long Beach. So we should... There's the tower right there. Okay, cool. So this is 3-0 in front of us. This is Lima. So we're going to be doing that. And I want to say 3-0 is a left pattern traffic pattern. Left turns traffic pattern direction. So we'll be doing that. And I'll be tuning into the glide slope every time. We'll get some glide slope practice. But we'll keep it visual. Seatbelt, shoulder harnesses, secured and adjusted. Crew oxygen masks are right there. Hoses and mic cords. Smoke goggles checked. Left and right circuit breakers checked. Gear down check. Left, right batteries simultaneously. Emergency on emergency. These are going to be off for the battery starts. Avionics master, non-essential are off for bat starts. Gens off. Gens are off. Okay, so these are, oh, yeah. Avionics off, non-essential, off for battery starts. Generators off. Cool. External power, connect. APU as desired. Beacon on right there. APU master on right there. And then we would go to the fire detect test. Left engine fire, right engine fire. APU start, boom, start. And APU stuff would be coming up. Pack, once the APU is up, APU gen would be right there, green, boom, APU gen, and APU bleed would be on right over here. Pack would then be on. Bus tie closed for APU starts. Okay. Elevator and roll disconnect stowed. Flight controls free and correct. Lights test. Okay, lights tested. Good. Reversion panels are norm. ECAS. Engine instruments right there. Totalizer or fuel quantity checked. Totalizer. CAS indication summary page select. Okay, great. Left, the probes and windshield are off. Aircraft lighting off. The gear hide panel right there. This whole thing right here. Augs hide on. And we look at the B-accum. Pressure is within limits. Perking brake is set and augs hide off. Passenger oxygen. What the hell? Oh. Oh, shit. Is that seriously from the... Oh, dude. Rad. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh my god, are you serious? I get to land it from the... Oh my god. I love it, man. Okay, I'm totally going to be doing this from both seats. Sick. Oh my god. Okay, that's super cool. Trim. So, oh shit. Passenger oxygen pressurization panels checked. Okay. Pack off. On if APU bleed is on. Landing altitude set. Environmental control checked and set. Rudder boost on. Okay, rudder boost is on. Systems test. Do the fire detect if not already accomplished. And then everything else. We've got gear, flaps, ADC, stall, anti-ice, ground proximity. Go back to fire detect. Master caution inhibit. Trims. Right, he actually... One thing I noticed is it was like pretty significantly trim nose up. That'll be good right there, actually. Fuel panel check. And then That, and then left computer, right computer on. Standby instruments uncaged and checked. Altimeter set. 1 right there. 2 and 3. Standby FMS set. Takeoff data. We would go here with all that. Actually, let's go menu. Delete. Delete. Avionics set. Sounds good. Starting engines. Cabin door. Summary page. Check the batteries. Look good. Beacon strobe to beacon. Emergency parking brakes set. Thrust levers idle. Engine start. We've got N2 on the rise. N1 is spinning. Amps are coming up. Main pressure's coming up. Pressure and temperature coming up. We've got the main stop there at 3,000 within limits. That's good. Oil pressure and temperature are stable. And generator on. Let's go to the right. N2 coming up, N1 coming up as well. Engine 1 is still hanging in there stable. Oil pressure, temperature are great. You've got the emergency. That's actually really cool how that is. The emergency volts come from the right gen, and right gen is on. Yeah, so there you go. Okay. Interesting amps. Sweet. Okay, cool. Emergency on, and then arm. External power disconnect. Pack off, or if APU bleed is on. Oh, pack should be off. Shit. Anti-ice check is required. APU bleed off. Pack on. Bleed air system check. APU bleed if installed. Emergency pressure check. Okay. That's right. Right there. Okay, before taxis, circuit breakers set, volts. We got happy batteries, I should say. With the generators on, the avionics are coming on. Left and right windshield on. Spoilers checked. Okay, and then set to arm. Check retracted. Flaps set 8. Rudder boost verify. ECAS check. We got the pitot heat. Nose wheel steering we can turn on. Auto spoiler armed. Emergency parking brakes. So it looks good. Smoking belts on. Okay, let's do it. And this is when we would just contact ground for taxi. And let's go ahead and move. This is a great opportunity, actually. look at it from that side. It'd be really nice to get this guy out of the cockpit, though. And I think I'm just going to chill here. Like, I'll be in the other seat for the startup. Actually, maybe I'll do my first one from the left seat, just to get a sense. I'll taxi from the right, but... Is this my turn off? I think the next one. All right. So let's do that. Let's do that from here, and then this one. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right. Long Beach Tower, Cessna 45 or Cessna. Kalita 451 Charlie Kilo, holding short 30 left, close traffic. Actually. Oh, you know what? Let's go through it. So before takeoff, so nose wheel steering, flight instruments, thrust reversers checked. All right. Engine instruments, takeoff data, nav equipment, flaps set, trim set, crew takeoff briefing. We've got 10 or runway 30 departure, 10,000 feet of available runway. We're Lima 1, left close traffic. Climb to, let's just say 6. Oh, you know what? Let's set the ILS. Let's go to 1,600 feet. And then we'll go nav, and then the course is 301. Sweet. And then that's a 301 heading as well. Flaps set, and then high flow is off. Radar is required. Wing stab. Left and right nacelle. APU is off. We got probes on, recognition, left and right taxi, beacon strobe, Ox hide on. APR arm. And then we've got what other views are there actually? So that's a pretty cool one. Like a passenger view. Sick, dude. Pretty dope. All right. Clear for takeoff, 451 Charlie Kilo. Let's do it. So to climb to 1,600 feet. All right, clear final and flaps are set. Speed brakes are armed. And APR arm. All right, airspeed's alive. V1, rotate. V2, positive rate, gear up, flaps up. After takeoff check, gear up, flaps up, yaw damper is on. Left turn. Power reduce. $1,600 nice job, dude. Dude, that was a hell of a level off. Hell yeah. Alright. Spoiler retract. And let's go downwind. Anti-ice, thrust levers. Wing stab on, landing taxi off. Left and right ignition off. Okay. And APR off. Climb. Check complete. Well, let's just do it. Oh shit, we're also... Pressurization, altimeters set, recognition off. Oxygen checked. Oh shit, we are high. Cruise, pressurization set, fuel, engine instruments, other systems monitored, descent, pressurization, landing, anti-ice is required, thrust levers. Recognition lights on. Passengers briefed. Smoking belts on. Fuel quantities checked. Approach. Landing data. Approach setup. Crew briefing. High flow off. Engine sync off. Check. Oh shit. Yeah, we're still pretty. We got a ways to go downwind. Landing data. 19,000 pounds. 132 approach. 122 ref. Distance at sea level at 68 is 18,000 pounds. 2,600 feet of landing roll. Anti-skid and auto spoilers deployed. Okay, cool. All right, we're turning base. Go flaps 1. Approach, landing data. All right, and we got gear down. You know what, let's stay, if we're gonna be out here, let's capture glide slope. Let's get back up to 1,600 feet. High flow off. Before landing, spoiler arm. Flaps 8 or 20. Aux on. Gear down. Landing taxi on as required. Flaps down. ECAS. Go ahead and turn base to final. Damn, I gotta turn way sooner. Before landing, gear down, flaps down. Okay, before landing checked. Let's level off here and re-intercept. Go around is going to be autopilot, thrust levers. Oh, we are way too fast. Flaps. Feels really good to be doing this pattern work, though, I'll tell you that right now. $130 is approach, and then 122 ref. Alright, there we go. We got that energy back. Good. We're also below slope. Do something about that speed. 118.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Flaps 8. Go around. Rotate, flaps. Alright. Positive rate, gear up, flaps up. Gear. What the hell? The gear's up, dude. Oh, the shit was tripping. And this power setting of 74% N1 is nice. Feel like it's climbing out like a normal go around. Gear up, climb at V approach, clear of obstacles, V approach, spoilers, retract. Alright, crosswind. And there's 1600. Vox, what's up, dude? What's going on, man? It's been a while. I guess not that long. But this is the airplane, yeah, absolutely. So I'm trying to have a hand flying day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working through a checklist, a bunch of checklists right now. Cruise. Oh, no way. How are you feeling, dude? You feeling all right? You hanging in there? I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Cruise, pressurization check, fuel management, engine instruments, other systems. Descent to go. Pressurization, anti-ice. Thrust levers. Wing stab on. Good. Whoa, we are low. Mild symptoms. Well, that's I'm glad to hear that, you know, that it wasn't, they didn't like totally take you out. That's awesome. Yeah, I know some people, I mean, had it really, really rough, dude. So, I mean, that's great to hear. All things considered. I'm glad to see that you're better. That's awesome, man. Good to have you back, too, by the way. Descent. So, thrust levers, wing stab on, left to right nacelle on, recognition lights on. Passengers briefed. Let's get back up to 1600. No smoking, belts on. Approach, landing data, high flow off, engine sync off. 19,000. Approach speed of 132. VREF of 122. 19,000 pounds at sea level, 68 degrees is actually 2,700 feet of roll. We've got the glide slope in there. Before landing, spoiler arm. Flaps 8. Augs hide on. Gear down. Left and right taxi on. Flaps down. Do that here in a second. Go base. Go around. Autopilot, flaps 8, gear up. Leave the go around right there. At this point, we're just working on a approach speed of 130. We'll try and intercept this a little bit sooner. Definitely should have gone downwind a little bit more. Yeah, we are really tight in pattern right now. Gear down 3 green, check, flaps down. There's our 130-ish. But we are high. All right, there's glide slope. Doing a lot better. We're actually at approach right now. Not in the actual jet. Right now, my class actually starts April 18th. And I'll be doing it from the right seat though, so I'm just trying to, I'm gonna do probably one more lap like this, and then I'll do a few touch and goes in the right seat. All right, we got 122 nailed. Let's get back on slope.
500. 400.
I wanted to do this pattern work because I wanted to experiment a little bit with what I needed to do with like power and trim to actually put it on the ground. I'll be using my prosthetic arm, but still, like, all right, gear down, flaps down, and spoilers are armed.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
That was a little hard. All right, systems are green on the roll. Airspeed's alive, rotate. Gear up, flaps up. Positive rate, gear up, flaps up, I should say. Bring the power back to that's 74 N1. 75, that's fine. Go around, autopilot, disengage, thrust levers, flaps 8. And gear up, and then flaps, yeah, spoilers, retract. And then we are now on the climb. After takeoff, gear up, flaps up, yaw damper. Shit, there's 16 right there, balls. Spoiler retract. Anti-ice as required. Thrust levers, wing stab, nacelles on, landing taxi light off. Left and right ignition off, APR off. And check off. Climb. Cruise actually. Well, pressurization. Check and normal altimeters 1, 2, 3. Recognition light off. Oxygen checked. Cruise check. Pressurization, fuel, engine, other systems. Descent. Pressurization. Landing altitude set. Let's go turn downwind. Anti-ice. Thrust levers. Wing stab and left and right nacelles on. Check. Whoa. Descending way too fast. Recognition light on. Passengers briefed. No smoking belts on. Landing data. Oh shit, we are way too fast. Oh, see, I gotta know what the cruise setting is here. It looks like maybe 70 N2. Maybe 65 N2. Alright, we have glide slope and localizer. High flow off, engine sync off, speed 120 or 132 approach, 122 ref for 19,000 pounds. Landing distances 68 degrees outside, 19,000 pounds at sea level is 2,700 feet. See, I need to spend more time getting out there, like on a downwind leg, though, for sure. Matter of fact, you know what I should do is do a Seal Beach. Boom. And then a bearing from nav to yeah, dude, we have some time for sure on the downwind leg right here. Let's go flaps 1. Or well, 8 degrees, I guess. 8 degrees flaps. Augs hide on. Gear down. Left and right taxi. Flaps down and then go around. Shit. See, 196 on the nav 2 is where we want to be as far as gunny goes for the final approach fix for this ILS. See, I'm really too high though. Actually, 2,000 feet should be okay. Let's hold 2,000 out here. I mean, Jesus, we're all the way out here over the water, you know? So there's 196 right there. So let's actually turn base. Flaps 2 on base. And start slowing down. And this right here looks like 70 N2. All right, let's just get 1600 in there. Just like a nice gradual descent, 500 foot per minute descent, that'll work. And let's fly a 30-degree intercept. A little bit wider than 30. There's 1600. Trimming a little bit nose up. We have before landing check. Oh, that should be armed. Flaps 8 or 20. Let's actually go flaps full. With the gear down. Gear down 3 green check. There's our 132. There's our localizer. Let's turn to intercept. There's 1600 feet. A little bit of gas. Gear down 3 green check and flaps full. Spoilers armed. Damn, we need to be a lot smoother. Shit. So I'm just gonna I'm low, but I'm gonna level off right here and just re-intercept glide slope. And here we are coming up to it. So I'm just gonna power back. Should be 132. Gear down 3 green check, flaps full, spoilers armed. Let's get back up to a
One south.
So approach speed is good. Let's pitch for glide slope and bring in ref of 122. Short final gear down 3 green. I'm going to make this a full stop actually. Nah, shit. Leveled off too high. God damn it. And spoilers are out. Very good. And spoilers retract. That's pretty cool, dude. Dude, this pattern work is definitely where it's at. Getting used to this airplane for sure. But it feels pretty good, honestly. As for a shitty sim, it's pretty awesome. Thrust reversers after landing. Transponder standby. Probes off. Wing stab. Nacelles off. Lights as desired. Spoiler retract. Flaps up. Radar off. APU on. We'll go through that whole thing. Master on. Start stop is on. It's green. Gen. And then bleed. Aux hide off. Thrust lever cut off. Okay, cool. So then in that case, it's going to be back up to before takeoff. And we're just going to take Lima. Skipper, what's up, dude? Predict 120? Actually, you know, I want to do the good amount of this from right there, baby. Oh yeah. Some of these views are awesome. Look at this, man. From the passenger seat. How cool is that? Yeah, absolutely, dude. The Lear 45. Oh man, I sat in one the other day. This charter company allowed me to come by and actually sit in their Lear 45 and test my prosthetic arm to see how everything would fit. And I just couldn't believe I posted a couple of videos in the Discord if you want to go check it out. Oh, wait a second. I should be going this way. Wait, I'm so confused. And then, yeah, course. So this, let me actually stop this right here. This should be, nav. Yeah, okay, cool. That'll work, yeah. And then course. Sweet. See, I want to say this has to be the big runway. I just don't know. These hold short lines normally aren't here. I think because this is recognizing like a runway that actually isn't there. Because we're paralleling 3-0 right now. So anything to the side, that should be 3-0. Okay, nose wheel steering, flight instruments checked, thrust reversers have been checked, engine instruments, takeoff data, nav equipment has been set, flaps 8, trims set, crew briefing, it's a left closed traffic, high flow is, well, wait, does it say on or, oh, off, okay, cool. Radar is required. Wing stab nacelles as required. APU is off. Turn the bleed off and then start stop with the master off. Makes sense. Runway lineup. Let's go probes on. Recognition lights on. Beacon strobe is to strobe. Augs hide on. APR arm. After takeoff, it's going to be gear up, flaps up. Flaps, yaw damper. All right, right there. It's going to be gear up, gear, flaps, yaw damper. Spoiler. So gear, flaps, yaw damper, spoiler. Cool, so I can move that. That's awesome. Good. All right. And then so gear, flaps, yaw damper, spoiler, right? Gear, flaps, on spoiler. Wing stab nacelle, taxi lights, ignitions. So gear, flaps, yaw damper, spoiler, taxi lights, ignitions, and APR off. Okay. Gear, flaps, yaw damper, spoiler, and then taxi lights, ignitions. Okay, let's see if we can do that by memory. And we are clear for takeoff, runway 30451 Charlie Kilo. Okay, sorry you guys. So yeah, clear for takeoff, runway 30451 Charlie Kilo. Let's do it. So gear, flaps, yaw damper, spoiler. Oh shit, wait, that needs to be armed right now. Wait, hold up. There we go. Okay, so it was armed, my bad. clear final. Altimeter is set. All right. All right, airspeed's alive. Ooh, shit. And there's rotate, V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up, flaps up. Yaw damper on. Let's back the power off. And we said, God damn it, this fucking guy's, okay. Let's just pretend that they are, that the spoiler, this guy's stupid hand is like in the way. And then ignition's off, APR is off. Dude, I know, man. It's like, where's the ejector button, you know? And after takeoff, gear, flaps, yaw damper, spoiler, anti-ice. Oh, shit, that's right. Landing taxi. Off. Ignition, APR. Okay. Cruise, pressurization, fuel, engine, other systems, monitor. Let's check in. Systems look good. Hydraulics, we've got fuel. Electrical, we've got emergency. Temperature's good. Hydraulics are good. Oxygen's good. Engines are good. Yeah, you can't be a cool guy without cool like sunglasses, dude. So I don't know what this guy's tripping on, dude. Look at him. He's like dude, Weekend at Bernie without the sunglasses, you know? He looks dead, dude. Okay, descent. Altimeters 1, 2, and 3. Recognition light on. Passengers brief, fuel quantities checked, approach, landing data, 19,000 pounds, VREF, or approach 132, REF 122, 68 degrees outside, sea level 19,000 pounds, 2,700 feet of distance. Is that? Yeah, that's 1,200 feet. We're way too low. Before landing, spoiler, arm, check. Flaps, 8. We are a beam, so flaps, 8. Aux height on. Gear down, not yet. Taxi lights. on. Flaps down, and then the go around. Checked. We'll put our gear down. Actually, yeah, we can put our gear down. And that is, we said cruise was N2 of what, 70? All right, cool. That's good right there. Nice. So this, we're holding flaps 1. Holding 150 knots level is N2 78. We could actually be probably 80 N2. So, damn. Okay, I should be like writing these numbers down. Thing is, man, is like we're light, so I don't really know the actual real numbers. Let's go turn base. Flaps 2. Gear down 3 green check. Spoiler is armed. Flaps 20. Augs hide is on. Gear down. Taxi lights are required. I love the idea though of being able to like fly the pattern and try and work on every one of these checklists, like, you know, by memory, you know, just one at a time. Any numbers here are Microsoft Flight Sim numbers. Chance of them being real world correct is pretty slim. Well, here's the thing, dude, is I would trust Microsoft Flight Sim more, their numbers way more than the sim that I'm using right now. This isn't Microsoft Flight Sim, dude. This is Aerofly. It's just the only thing I could find with a Lear 45, and it's really crucial that I, you know, try and get in the plane that I'm actually going to be flying. So, you know, here I am just kind of taking, you know, what I can. I think it is. Was it an N2 of 80? I wonder if that works. Let's go ahead and fly that 30-degree intercept. And then we could bring in 1,600 feet. Yeah, that is a, it's about an 80 N2. Pretty nice. And I've got, let's get full flaps in there. Gear down, 3 green. What is that, 160? Or no, 150 full flaps. Just nice, like, shallow bank to capture. It's pretty nice from this side, actually. It's really cool. It's uncomfortable. I like that. Bringing in that glide slope. There it is. Now the question is, what is What gives me a stable descent at approach? So here we are at, what, 70 N2? 70 N2 is looking really good, actually. Maybe even 72 N2? No, I think it's probably 70. I'm going to bump it up to 71, almost 72. Oh no, it needs more. I'm going to go 74. To correct, we need now 76 maybe. So what I'll do is I'll actually level off, and then I'll go back to 70. And actually, I should be slower anyways. I should be doing 122 ref. Short final, gear down 3, green check. This will be a full stop. I'm going to look at your notes, Skipper. We're low. I'm coming in low like every time. This plane is fairly heavy. Honestly, I don't know. I just go to N2. I've heard fuel flow actually is the better one. Short final, gear down 3, green. See, it's this stage that I want to really master, because here I am coming in. I'm putting in some nose up trim, ground effect, idle, but I need to let it settle. Like I've been leveling off to, oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was pretty decent. And then we do have spoilers are out. And they retract. Very good. Yeah, maybe I should be looking at fuel flow. Let's take a look at let's go over here and then we'll shut down and then restart, since the sim doesn't even add fuel to the planes, dude. But honestly, the way that this, you know, when you're low power settings and stuff and the plane sinks, like, it feels pretty good. Clear of the runway, let's go there. All right. And then after landing, transponder probes off. Wing stab. We could turn those. Oh, those were all off. Shit. Lights as desired. Recognition off. Beacon strobe off. Landing. I'll just keep that on beacon. And then smoking. Emergency. Oh, the guy that I asked was he's a retired United captain, and he says fuel flow is the way to go. But I don't know if that's like bigger airplanes or something. But that's directly what he said. So I've been kind of considering doing that. Let's see. Spoiler, retract. Flaps up, APU off. So let's go, let's see here. Master, oh. APU, oh, yeah, that would be on. Okay, cool. Let's see, summary page. Summary. Dude, this is awesome. Oh, dude, there are some checklists in here, man. MFD. Sick. Oh, can I set these? Dude, no way. Oh man, that is awesome. Okay, cool. Map, weather, terrain. That's awesome, man. Okay. Wow, that's dope. That's something to play with for sure. Shutdown. All right, avionics. Let's go. Avionics master off. Left and right windshield off. Anti-ice emergency off. Nose steer off. Thrust levers cut off. Pack off. FMS off. Cool, man. Okay, because then I'm gonna do that again, but let's see what you guys sent me here. That was dope though, dude. That was really, really cool. Very, very helpful. Do I already have the POH? I have the Bombardier Lear 45 quick reference handbook, so that's where the checklists are coming from. And then I have the Bombardier the pilot training guide for all the systems and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm reading from a Lear 45 quick reference guide. That includes the emergency procedures as well. So go back to before starting engines, and then let's take a look at this stuff. So swap him out for a cool new captain. Yeah. Yeah. Any numbers here? Oh yeah, yeah. So Lear 45 notes. Okay, cool. Oh, dude, sweet. So flight simulator only. No substitute for actual aircraft manual or real world flight. V speeds and checklists are located on the knee board. Access to the knee board while flying. Oh, what is this? What sim is this for that I'm pressing Shift 10, Shift F10? Required runway length. So 3,200 feet for flaps. This must be at max gross. Because, yeah, I needed, what did I say? I kept saying 2,700, and that was at 19,000 and at sea level. So the length required for both takeoff and landing is a result of a number of factors such as aircraft weight, altitude, headwind, use of flaps, ambient temperature, conservative, 20,000 pounds, sea level, no, so standard temperature, and 20,000 pounds. That's a little under max gross, but it's essentially max gross. So actually, let me see if that agrees with the numbers that I have here. So okay, sea level at weight of 19. Oh, well, that's true. It's 19,200 is the max landing weight. That's right. Uh so yeah, they're calling it, so at max gross at 15 Celsius should be uh no. Um I have at night, well, maybe, but I don't have any data for 20,000 pounds. I believe the max landing weight for the Lear 45 is 19, like 19.2 or 19.4. I mean, the highest weight they have here is 19.2, so no one's landing this at 20,000 pounds. So that's the first thing. Um, but yeah, I also, um, yeah, that's cool though. That's all right. Um, Engine startup. Engines are running by default when you begin flight. If you shut them down, it's possible to do an auto. Okay. To taxi the Learjet, just enough power to keep it rolling. Okay. Well, that doesn't take off. All the following occurs quite rapidly. Run through. Let's look at this together, actually. My bad. Takeoff. Run through the before takeoff checklist. Set flaps 8 or 20. Well, I am curious, like, at what somebody else, has found and stuff, but it's all good, dude. It's all good, man. And I appreciate you sending it, by the way. Um, so yeah, set flaps with the aircraft aligned with the runway center line. Advance the throttles approximately 40%, and one allows the engines to spool up to a point where uniform acceleration to takeoff thrust will occur on both engines. Exact amount of initial setting is not as important as symmetrical thrust. That's true. After the engines are stabilized, advance the throttle to takeoff thrust generally 93 to 96% of N1. They're using N1, but who's this guy? Directional control. V1 is decision speed. Above that speed, it may not be possible to stop the aircraft on the runway in case of rejected takeoff. Yep. VR, pull back, raise the nose to 10 degrees above the horizon, hold the pitch. V2, aircraft has reached its takeoff safety speed. Minimum safe flying speed should be an engine fail. Yep. So retract landing gear and flaps. You don't need to reduce power unless you level off below 10,000 feet. You need to remain below FAA speed limits. Remain level at 200 knots indicated at 2,000 feet. For example, pull the power back to This guy is using N1, a power setting of 60 to 63%. N1 will give you 250 knots, while level... Oh, but that makes sense because I was in the pattern. So I was like, dude, hell no, dude. But if you continue to climb above 10, leave the power. On the interstate, on the ITT, you should be climbing at 1,800 to 2,000 feet per minute. Learjet drivers run their engines at maximum a good deal of the time. Increase the pitch attitude to maintain 250 knots until reaching 0.7, and then 0.7 Mach for the rest of the climb. Oh yeah, you know, I've seen that in the manual. In the I don't think that is the exact normal climb profile, but it is 0.7. It's like 0.7. Oh no, it might actually be 0.7 for the regular one, and then you maintain 0.7 all the way up. But I want to say the high speed is... Let's see here. Field of printing. Look at how serious... Dude, this guy means business. Look at his face. Why can't you just take a normal picture? You know what I mean? Why do you gotta be, like, weird about it? You know? Hey, guys, I know what I'm talking about. You know how you could tell? Because you're looking at a chin shot. Chin shot. It distracts you from my thinning hair that I'm super self-conscious about. Oh, I see everything computer stuff. I see nothing aviation even related. All right. But what's interesting is, like, in the pilot is that BB? In the pilot training guide from Bombardier for the Lear 45, it's oh dude, I could say that because I have thinning hair. So I'm actually good to go. Oh, I mean, he's right on, like, about the 0.7. Something in there, I forget what it is exactly, but it's 250 up to 0.7, and then from 0.7, you hold that. And then the high-speed profile, I think, is 0.76 or something like that. Or I want to say it's 0.73 and 0.76, but I need to double-check that. The changeover from indicated to Mach number typically occurs as you climb through the two. That's also true. I think the normal climb profile is like 23,000 feet or something. That's interesting. You'll have to increase power as you climb to maintain the profile you just described. Like piston engines, turbine power plants slowly lose power as their air gets thinner. Cruise, normally turned by winds. Designed to fly high. You cruise as high as 450, certified to 51,000, but only the payoffs for burning the fuel it takes to get there would be getting above a weather system or taking advantage of especially favorable winds. Yeah, that's true. Use the autopilot. Normal cruise is 0.77 Mach. Set the power about 90. See, he's using N1 though a lot. I wonder if, like, why, you know? And I haven't read enough of the operations to know. I haven't seen anything though I'm pretty early on in the manual though. Good descent profile includes knowing when to start down. Normal descent is done with idle thrust and then clean configuration, no speed brakes. Good rule for determining is the 3-to-1 rule. That's true. Take your altitude in feet. Drop the last 3 zeros and multiply by 3. Yeah. Well, it also, you could just, yeah, it's 3 miles for every 1,000 feet. But the thing is that doesn't always work. You know, it depends on how quickly you need to get down and stuff. But yeah, 3-to-1 rule, 3 miles for every 1,000 feet. Okay. 2 extra miles for every 10 knots. approach. Good target speed as you enter the downwind for VFR flight at your initial approach is 200 knots. Begin. Oh, for the downwind. Yeah, if I wasn't in the pattern, if I was like on the downwind for a true downwind for like an instrument approach, yeah, 200 knots, 190 or something would be really nice, you know. But I was just trying to like take it really slow in the pattern, and 170, 160 on the downwind was a little bit better. Turn toward the runway, bring the power back, hold the attitude to reduce speed. Yeah, I was trimming a lot. Extend 8 degrees of flaps. Extending flaps on base or base to final. Let the airplane stabilize at 180 knots during, I don't know about that. When you're approaching normal descent on visual approach. Oh, here, I'm going to scroll up for you guys. Oh, I can, I guess. When you're approaching the normal descent point on a visual approach, a 1 dot below the glide slope approaching the final approach fix on ILS. Whoa, 1 dot below the glide slope approaching the final approach fix on the ILS approach, extending the landing gear. Or 1 dot below the glide slope approaching the. Oh, I see. Yeah. I see. Yeah, when you're at the normal descent point, or 1 dot below the glide slope, as when you're in level flight and the glide slope's coming down. Yeah. Final approach fix. Smoothly increase the power to 140 knots. Your final approach speed. These notes are pretty good. As you intercept the glide slope, set 40 degrees. This configuration should hold airspeed at 140 knots. Good descent angle toward the runway. This is nice, dude. Hold it all the way down. Use smaller adjustments to stay on glide path. Look at your descent rate, about 700 feet per minute. At about 50 feet above the runway, past the runway, bring the thrust levers to idle. Hold the pitch attitude until you've used during final approach. Don't try to raise or lower the nose. When you touch down, deploy spoilers and add reverse thrust. Wow, that's really cool, man. That's awesome that he's even got like a using the autopilot thing. This is great. This guy's got it really really awesome, man. He's really spent some time on this too. I appreciate that, you know. This is great. Yeah, that's really really nice, man. That's really nice. That's also really helpful, you know, for people trying to enjoy the airplane. I respect that a lot. So yeah, man, dude, I should probably hop in the shower actually, and then I'll come back later and we can get to it again. But that was a lot of fun, dude. So for now, yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for hanging out and doing the pattern work with me. It's really, really, really cool to experiment with the airplane and really get to know it and what the power settings are needed. Because, you know, when we're flying autopilot all the time, we are out of touch with the airplane pretty significantly. Not entirely, but definitely significantly. And so yeah, it feels really good to you know, handle the airplane in a manual way. Didn't touch the autopilot once today. Getting to know the numbers, man. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope to come back later tonight, but we'll see. And otherwise, maybe tomorrow. I will talk to you guys then. Thanks, man. See ya.